we know that what's happening here is that this is a dematerialization event when it's interpreted literally, that this veil of stars represents crossing out of the material world into the material world and entering into the divine realm alive. And the girdle of Mary is the symbol of Mary's priestesshood and the symbol of the weavers who had the ability to weave this magic veil. It represents her authority. It represents her leadership. She was a high priestess, among other titles. And around the 9th century, this girdle became known as the maniple, It became the privilege of the typically male Eucharistic officiant. And this represents the way Marguerite would have characterized it as perhaps the hijacking. This is the patriarchy coming on, taking that all important symbol out of Mary's hands and putting it into their own hands and changing the name of it to the maniple. And now saying we are the ones that have the ultimate authority to perform the Eucharistic ceremony, the communion ceremony performed at the Last Supper. But when we follow Mary, and she is not the originator of this veil or girdle, as we'll see, but the one who represented it and had this authority during the time of Jesus, she is present in every moment of Jesus's life. She's present during, of course, the birth, the baptism, the transfiguration, the performance of the miracles, the crucifixion, the resurrection, the ascension that we see here. In fact, she's wearing the girdle as she stands here as Jesus goes aloft in this early 6th century Syrian depiction of the ascension, where he rides upon Ezekiel's wheels, the Ophanim, and is enfolded within this rainbow colored magic bubble as he ascends to the throne. The Mother Mary is an expert in this, and this is actually what she is portrayed riding upon in her own ascension, especially in the Orthodox Russian tradition. In the Eastern churches is where we find this incredible ascension imagery. So looking at this example here, we see Mary asleep and dreaming, Jesus emerging through the portal, the conduit into the higher realms, carrying her soul. As he goes through the portal, we see then Mary lifted up once again in the magic bubble. We see the doors of heaven open. And this represents her ability to traverse dimensions. She's literally leaving the earth material plane and ascending into the heavenly realms. And once again, as she goes, she transmits her girdle to Thomas, the umbilical cord, the codes of ascension, saying, here you are, Thomas. Now you can go, perhaps even return to India as he did, and complete your own ascension. Her son Jesus has now become a fellow Starwalker, as indicated by him riding within this star here. And it's just phenomenal imagery that should be taught in every Christian church on the planet, but sadly is not. And so let's look at this one now. This is once we have a key into the imagery, we can interpret it ourselves. We see Mary with the disciples around her, Jesus again entering through the portal, once again Mary in the magic bubble. This is the Merkaba that she's riding upon. She is a Merkaba mystic. She is acutely aware of and expert in the ascension teachings of the Essenes, which were known in ancient Egypt, ancient Babylon, and other realms, but ultimately originate in the stars. This is indicating Mary as a star walker. This is the only interpretation that this symbolism is open to. This is what it means. Mary has become an ascended one. She is star walking from the earth. She can go to the Pleiades, Orion. She can go to the galactic center. She can go anywhere she wants in this magic Merkaba bubble that is her form of interdimensional travel. Now, as I was looking at this symbolism, I'm of course at the same time wandering around the temples of Egypt, and I see this mysterious red sash worn by Isis and worn by other priestesses. And of course, there's a connection between them.